Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Sir Alex Ferguson Challenge with West Ham. Now in today's episode we are going to play Southampton in the Premier League, but we've also got January transfer updates to talk about. Now when I say January transfer updates, I actually mean we haven't done anything in terms of major sales or major bringing-ins either. I've got a few things to talk about though. We did miss out on Marcus Rashford. He came up, he was available for like £7.75 million. As you can see, Spurs paid 6.75. I think they played a little bit more after a certain amount of league appearances. And it was one of them things where it's not very often you get a chance to sign Marcus Rashford. He's a really talented attacking striker for England as well. So it was one of them things where, do I take the chance, do I not? He was only rated 3 stars against our current strikers, so it wasn't like he was going to be a massive improvement. But having an English guy of his quality in the first team squad might have been something I should have done, but I haven't done it, and he's signed for Tottenham Hotspur. And we've also got to talk about Alexander Isak. Now obviously, with him potentially leaving the club, it was one of the reasons why I was thinking about bringing in Marcus Rashford, but he hasn't left the club yet. He's still getting offers coming in from the likes of PSG, Inter Milan, AC Milan. He's still wanted by Arsenal, Inter and Real Madrid. No offers over his value currently. They've all been close to around £58 million, and they've all been non-negotiable as well, so I haven't even been able to talk them up. But I have got a backup plan in case somebody comes in. So should Alexander Isak leave the club, I am looking for around £70 million to finance this signing. He would cost us £69 million. His minimum fee release clause, and he is absolutely fantastic. I mean, just look at him. Just look at him. He's a beautiful, beautiful player, and I would love to bring him into my squad, but I'm not going to make the move unless Alexander Isak moves on. So it could be an interesting last couple of days of the January transfer window. We're not sure. I do have the money to bring him in now, should I want to. But I don't want to. I don't need 5 first team strikers who are all really good. But anyway, moving on to the games that we've played since the last time we met. We met against Liverpool after our defeat against Schalke in the Champions League. And we continued the same form with another defeat away at Liverpool. They did go top of the league with this victory, so it was a top of the table clash. Ousmane Dembele and Mohamed Salah scored 2 goals in 2 minutes to absolutely crush our dreams after Wagnerman put us 1-0 up. We then played Newcastle United in the Carabao Cup quarter-finals, and we managed to scrape through on penalties, De Paula getting our only goal and Tony Lotto getting himself sent off. We then had Cardiff at home in the Premier League and we managed to win 5-3. Aaron Martin, Wagnerman, Fabio Silva and Harry Miller getting himself a brace, with Lucas Toussaint getting sent off this game. There's quite a trend. We then played Manchester United in the League Cup semi-finals, absolutely dominated the entire match. De Paula ended up getting injured in the 84th minute, which meant we went down to 10 men for the final 5 minutes or so, but we got beat on penalties. Harry Miller, Oxford and Tonali being the culprits that missed to send us home. We bounced back though in the 4th round of the FA Cup away from home against Sheffield United. Tony Lotto and Harry Miller getting us the goals to see us through to the 5th round. And finally, an absolutely mental game against Middlesbrough, which I kind of wish I played as the live come. We ended up winning 7-3. Wagnerman started us off with a goal in the 19th minute. Danny Elmo got himself a hat-trick. Brent Beckier got himself a brace from the penalty spot. And Emerson secured the victory. And all that leads us to today's game against Southampton. And we will be lining up like this. Very similar lineup to how we usually start with. Davies in goal, Holden and Oxford at centre-back for today's game. Wagnerman as our right wing-back, Toussaint as our defensive midfielder, and Aaron Martin as our left wing-back. Tonali and Beckier have definitely made them 2 central midfield spots their own. Danny Olmo, Silva and Harry Miller up top. So we'll kick off against Southampton in the Premier League. I actually completely forgot to mention what sort of style they're playing. They're playing the 4-1-2-1-2, the diamond formation as it is otherwise known. As we'll pick up with the highlight here, Fabio driving forward. Harry Miller's got himself into the box and he beats the keeper at his near post. That's absolutely appalling goalkeeping. But our 2 strikers combining, Fabio Silva and Harry Miller working together to give us the lead. So as you can see, Beckier nicks in, pinches the ball from the midfielder. Fabio Silva with a great pass, and that who's the goalkeeper? Gunn. Just I would be absolutely fuming. Highlight now, Holden with a free kick. He spreads it out wide to Aaron Martin on this left hand side. He's got a good delivery on him and he finds one again. Vestergaard manages to get it just clear, but only as far as Wagnerman as Tonali to Beck. A lot of space on this left hand side. Beckier probably should have played it earlier, but Aaron Martin takes it anyway and he hits the bar. In terms of the league table in the Premier League, it is getting tight at the top, but we'll talk about that after today's game as we'll pick up with another highlight. We have the ball quite deep in our own half, and if we're not careful, we could screw it all up. But Jaramillo gets in front of the defender, and Fabio Silva's now in behind. Can he get the strike in? Gunn saves it this time. Vestergaard's got Fabio Silva blocked off, and it was a difficult angle, but you'd expect maybe a bit more composure from the lad. He took an extra touch, which maybe he didn't need to. He gave himself a difficult angle to work from, but we're 1-0 up. There's nothing to complain about just yet. Highlight now, Dani Olmo's got the ball in the box. Beckett on the edge. He's got a lot of goals this season, although a lot of them have come from the penalty spot. Tonali on the edge. Is he going to take the strike? Falls to Fabio Silva. Gunn with another good save, but Ortega brings Silva down, and he will take the penalty as he wanted, as he should. Let's hopefully he can put it in the back of the net and make it 2-0 up, and no, he can't. Gunn saves. I hate penalties on Football Manager, I really do. We struggle mightily with them. We seem to score our penalties when they don't matter. Does anyone else feel that? We score them when they don't matter. When they do matter, we always seem to miss. And that's that. Half time. Jaramillo's first minute goal is the only difference between the two sides. I'm hoping for a better second half from us, really. We didn't perform to expectations just there. Southampton are a decent side in the league, a mid-table side sort of. They are 13th currently if the result stays as it is. They were 12th at the beginning of the day. But as you can see by the league table there, as I've just brought up, Liverpool are currently 7 points past us at the minute, which is not ideal. They had dropped points beforehand, but they must be clawing it back. And obviously, even if we do win today, Man City are only 1 point behind us in third position in the Premier League. So the title race is not over by any stretch of the imagination, but we have fell behind because of a couple of stupid results on our behalf. Aaron Martin's got the ball now down this left-hand side. He plays it in for Wagnerman. He's back post. A flick on from Dani Olmo. And it actually went down as a Mukudi own goal. Harold. We'll call him Harold. I will call him Harold. Aaron Martin with a decent delivery. Dani Olmo gets his head onto it. And Wagnerman just lashes it off the defender. And it goes in. Makes it 2-0 with 20 minutes to go. So we'll make some changes. Wagnerman will go off for Emerson. We've already made one sub. So we'll keep one spare just in case. As... It's a good job that was offside, otherwise Dani Olmo would have just get hauled off. That was absolutely crap. 5 minutes to go, we'll take somebody else off just to save their tired legs. We'll get Tony Lotto on for Aaron Martin. It's often the case where our wing-backs need the substitutions quite a lot. Obviously, they do a lot of work bombing up and down the pitch, defensive and attacking-wise. As we're coming to the end of the game, it looks like it's going to finish 2-0 to West Ham. Tony Lotto gets us a 96th minute goal in 4 minutes of added time. As, you know, that's what Football Manager does sometimes. It usually goes against us, but today it's went for us. Brent Beckett with a decent free kick in. Tony Lotto's back post to put it in, as Mohamed El Neni was getting treatment on the sideline. Oh, ref, just blow the full-time whistle. We've all got places to be. Ref, we're on 97 minutes. And now we'll go. West Ham 3, Southampton 0. A really good result away from home. I think a lot of our defeats actually have come away from home, so any victory away from home in the Premier League is a decent one. So just saying the aftermath after today's game, and Jaramillo has picked up a 3-month injury, so he's going to miss pretty much the rest of the season. He's going to come back the back end of April. We've sent him off to the specialist to try and get him back as quickly as possible, but that is not a good sign. So this is how the league table looks after today's game. We are 7 points off Liverpool in the top spots. They are going to have a monumental collapse if we are to catch them. 7 points in 18 games. I mean, it's not exactly crazy, but for us to actually gain 7 points on them in 18 games will be incredibly difficult. As we look at our defeats in this season, we actually got beat off Southampton at home. Was that the first game? Second game of the season. Man United at home, but then Man City, Arsenal and Liverpool away. So we do struggle away from home against the bigger sides. No draws this season, which is interesting. I actually like a season where you don't draw very much, but I wish I would have turned some of them losses into draws or potentially wins. Looking forward to the next episode. It will of course be both legs of our Champions League first knockout round against Barcelona. That's going to be it from me. If you've enjoyed today's video, please consider leaving a like, and if you're enjoying my content, get yourself subscribed. But until next time, take it easy.